Greetings, Love Posse. Today's message, white fragility. This is what's really happening. So what's really happening? White-bodied people, generally speaking, are collectively experiencing an egoic death. They're experiencing the death of their false narrative, the death of their false beliefs, the death of their dominance in the world. And this is causing a disturbance in their psyche. This is fueling their erratic behavior, hateful behavior, fragile behavior. And it's being reflected on a larger stage in the White House with Trump and his administration. His chaotic behavior, his shock and awe, changing his mind, willy-nilly signing these executive orders, all the craziness. He's reflecting the shattering and death of white-bodied people's collective ego. For so long, they've held this belief that their whiteness was real. Whiteness is an ideology. It's a human social construct. For so long, they believed that their whiteness had realistic, monetary, and tangible value. But as consciousness has evolved, and human consciousness evolving as higher, greater, pure consciousness evolves, this false narrative that they've held on to as a group, and generally speaking, has wreaked havoc and destruction and pain and suffering in the world. But time has come for all of us to evolve, but especially for the evolution of the collective white narrative. This narrative, they are superior, they are supreme, they are dominant, their manifest destiny, raping, pillaging, stealing, murdering, and calling it manifest destiny, that they are gods over everything and everyone, destroying nature in the pursuit of manifest destiny, greed, and power. It's caused too much destruction on this planet, in the world. So now, generally speaking, their collective ego is strong enough to be pulled down into the darkness, which many of them are experiencing. Pulled down into the descent, ripping all the illusion of their greatness away, making them fragile, white fragility, vulnerable. This is their dark night of the soul, a collective dark night of the soul. And because many of them who reside in the 3D vibration do not have the knowledge, the understanding, the experience to know that they are experiencing egodeath, dark night of the soul. The behavior is erratic and dangerous. No one knows what they will do. But as someone who's gone through a dark night of the soul a number of times, many in this white collective will be reborn with greater consciousness, evolving. That's their choice. Some of them, and maybe more than some, will continue to reside in 3D, will continue to suffer from their own making, from their own unconscious creation, will continue to walk around in this waking dream, dazed and confused. They have no idea that their psyche has been pierced, and the ego, not knowing what's real and not real, is creating an unbearable disturbance, causing their white fragility. But understand, they have made a choice, like we all have made a choice. Evolve or die. Evolve or stay a prisoner to your own mind, your own unconsciousness, your own suffering. There's no one to blame. Blaming doesn't help. But this is what my guidance has told me. That the collective white ego is experiencing an ego death, is experiencing a dismantling, a shattering of the white collective narrative. They are discovering that what they believed, their superiority, their supremacy, their whiteness, having power and dominance over, is false. That their whiteness has no value, that they've created that in their own minds, that that's been their lived experience, and now it's being shattered. So they are confused and they're behaving out of that confusion, out of that fragility, out of that darkness that they are in. Their collective narrative has fallen apart. Hence, their white fragility. Before we go, Love Posse, I want to remind you that I am a tapping coach. On Monday, I will launch my new website, Tapping with Tyffany Howard. If you are interested in continuing your personal and spiritual development with the aid of EFT tapping, remember, I've written 3 books. Tap that. Tap that too. Healing the Death Trauma. Death is an illusion. But also remember, we must die before we die. And the white collective is dying before they die. And my children's book, Tap Tap, Tracy's Hair, God Made It Special. It's about bullying. Parents, you can help your children to use tapping to process their feelings about bullying or any feeling, anger, sadness, all of it. And one more thing. I will be launching to all of my subscribers out there who are in Africa, the continent of Africa. I will be producing my first annual Tapping with Africa, scheduled for September 11th through 13th. Again, Monday, the 24th. My new website, www.tappingwithtiffanyhoward.weebly.com will be launched. You can purchase your books there. You can purchase a one-on-one tapping session with me. It's 30 minutes, $50 a session. And also remember my documentary films. If you're into the transpersonal, the mystical, the spiritual, consciousness, alternative healing modalities, creativity, and nature, you will love my documentary films. Thank you for your time, Love Posse. White fragility. This is what's really happening. A collective dark night of the soul, a collective egodeath for many white-bodied people. Thank you for your time. Peace and love to and for all sentient beings.